Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are fine and enjoying your classes. So please revise whatever is discussed with you students. So we will continue with the same chapter, that is synthetic fibers and plastics. Open page number 49. Now students, this activity given on page number 48, just go through this activity. It is very easy. Okay, just to see this activity, by doing this activity you can check the strength of different fibers like your nylon, polyester, cotton, wool. Okay, so today we will discuss some disadvantages of synthetic fiber. Students, the main disadvantage of synthetic fiber is that it melts on heating. When you will heat synthetic fiber, nylon fiber, polyester fiber, it melts on heating. But cotton, you will see that cotton, when you heat cotton, it does not melt. Okay, so what happens if a person is working in a kitchen, or if a person is wearing synthetic clothes, or the clothes made up of synthetic fibers, and okay, understood, if a person is wearing which synthetic clothes, not the clothes made up of natural material or fibers like cotton, wool, but of synthetic clothes, and is working in the kitchen, and suddenly the clothes of that person catches fire accidentally, then what will happen? That synthetic material, it will melt. The clothes made up of that, or you can say the synthetic clothes, it will melt and stick to the body, causing more severe burns, and this can be disastrous for the person concerned. So therefore, while working in the kitchen, one should not wear synthetic clothes. One should wear clothes made up of natural material. Another important disadvantage of synthetic material or synthetic clothes is this, that the synthetic fibers are extremely they are extremely fine, very thin. So when the clothes are made up of these synthetic fibers, then the pores in those clothes, they do not have sufficient pores, or size of the pore is very small, or they may not have sufficient pores. Pores are there, but not so much, less number of pores, and the size of the pore is also very small. So during summers, what happens, the sweat cannot go out, sweat cannot evaporate, because the pores are lesser in number and small in size, and a person feels hot and cannot cool our body. Okay, so due to this, the clothes made of synthetic fibers make us feel hot and uncomfortable during summer season. Otherwise, what happens, when the sweat it evaporates, it makes our body, or it cools our body. But if we wear synthetic clothes, what will happen during summer season? Since the pores are not sufficient, and if pores are there, the pores are very small, the sweat doesn't come out, sweat does not evaporate, it stays in our body and giving us very bad feeling, and this makes us feel more hot. Okay, so that is why. But the clothes made up of natural materials like cotton, they have enough pores in it, and the size is also big, so the sweat can easily evaporate and make us feel cool and comfortable. Okay, now students, one main advantage of synthetic fiber is this also, that the manufacturing of fully synthetic fibers like nylon, polyester, acrylic, not rayon, etc., because you see here it's written the manufacturing of fully synthetic fibers, okay, is helping in conservation of forests, because now the forests are not cut, because in case of rayon, the raw material is cellulose, and it is present in the plants, it is present in the cell wall. The cell wall of the plant cell is made up of cellulose. So in order to take the cellulose, large number of forests are also cut. okay, because cellulose is obtained from wood pulp. So manufacturing of fully synthetic fibers helps in conservation of forests. Now we come to plastics. What are plastics? You all are familiar with plastics. Okay, you can see here large number of things made up of plastics. Okay, so I will not tell you the things made up of plastics. You know what all are the things made up of plastic, and plastic, you know, is also a synthetic material. Okay, it is a polyester. See here, a plastic, I think you cannot see here. The plastic is a synthetic material which can be molded into desired shapes when soft and then hardened to produce a durable article. The term plastic means easy to mold. What is the meaning of plastic? Means easy to mold. Now students, you know that plastic is what? Plastic is a synthetic material, okay? And when the plastic is heated, plastic becomes soft. And when it becomes soft, it can be molded into desired shape, okay? And after that, on cooling, it hardens, and understood, and produce a durable article. Like synthetic fiber, here also, like synthetic plastic is also a polymer, and here the monomers are the petrochemicals. The monomers, the starting material, or the monomers. Starting material means here monomers. Monomers for plastics are obtained from petroleum products like petrochemicals. I told you before, the raw material for synthetic fiber is generally obtained from petroleum products called as petrochemicals. So plastic is also a polymer. Okay, it's a synthetic fiber, a synthetic polymer. So here the monomers are the products which is obtained from petrochemicals. So some of the plastics are polythene, polyvinyl chloride, which is also called as PVC, bakelite, melamine, and Teflon. They are saying nylon is also a plastic. Now polythene. See here, polythene. Here you see polythene. It means poly plus ethene. Now students, poly means many, ethene. So it means many ethene units joined together to form a polymer of polythene. So polythene is what? Polythene is a plastic. The monomer is polythene, which is made up of large number of ethene. The monomers are ethene. Okay, so polythene is what? Polythene is a plastic only, and here the polymer is polythene only, in which large number of ethene joined together by the process called as polymerization and forms polythene. Polythene is a plastic. It is flexible. Okay. Here it's written polythene is a plastic obtained by the polymerization of chemical compound known as ethene. Polythene is tough and durable. Polythene is used for making polythene bags. You know that. Waterproof plastic sheets, bottles, buckets, and dustbins. Polythene is also used for packaging. Actually, polythene is flexible, not so hard. Then another one is polyvinyl chloride, which is also called as PVC. It is a strong and hard plastic. Please underline. It is a strong and hard plastic. It is not flexible. Okay, and it is used for making insulation for electric wires, pipes, garden hoses, raincoats, seat coverings. So it is used for all these things. It is used for making insulation for electric wire. This polyvinyl chloride is strong and hard plastic. So insulation, it is used for making insulation for electric wires because it is a bad conductor of electricity. So that is why if it is a bad conductor of electricity, it does not allow the electricity to pass through it. Thereby, it doesn't cause electric shocks on touching. Another plastic is bakelite. Please underline. Bakelite is very hard and tough plastic. Please underline. Very hard and tough plastic. Bakelite, it is a poor conductor of heat and electricity. Please underline. It is a poor conductor of heat and electricity. So that is why bakelite is used for making the handles of various cooking utensils like fry pans and pressure cookers, etc. Bakelite is used for making handles of cooking utensils because it is a poor conductor of electricity and it does not become soft on getting heated. It is a thermoplastic. It is also used for making electrical fittings such as electric switches, plugs, sockets. Bakelite is used for making electric switches, plugs and sockets because it does not conduct electricity and it does not become soft on getting heated. It is very easy. Bakelite is a plastic. Okay, what are you have studied? Polythene, polyvinyl chloride, bakelite. It is a plastic. It is very hard and it is tough. Bakelite is a poor conductor of heat and electricity. What do you understand by poor conductor of heat and electricity? Poor conductor means it does not allow the heat to pass through it. Okay, so if it does not allow the heat to pass through it, it does not get heated up. Is it clear? And it is a poor conductor of electricity means it doesn't allow the electricity to pass through it. So bakelite is a poor conductor of heat. That is why it is used to make the handles of cooking vessels like fry pans and pressure cookers. Why? Now students, you know, like fry pan and pressure cookers, they are made up of metals. Like let us say copper, let us say aluminium pressure cooker. So metals, they are good conductors of heat and electricity. Means metals, they allow the heat and they allow heat and electricity to pass through it. Like copper, that is why copper is used in wires. Okay, copper wires are used to conduct electricity. So now if you let us take the case of pressure cooker, aluminium pressure cooker or aluminium copper fry pan. Let us say when you heat it, when you cook the food, okay, when you keep it over the gas, the fry pan or the pressure cooker gets heated up, made up of metal. It gets heated up. How the cook starts cooking, how the food starts cooking, because it allows, these metals are good conductors of electricity, they allow the heat to pass through it. So when the metal of this fry pan and pressure cooker gets heated up, they pass the heat to the food and food is cooked. Okay, but the handles of those fry pan and pressure cooker is made up of plastic, bakelite. And you will also find that whole of the fry pan and whole of the pressure cooker gets heated up, but not the handle. Heat reaches till the handle, but bakelite, it does not allow the heat to pass through it and whole of the the handle does not get heated up. That is why it is used in cooking vessels. It is also used for making electrical instruments like electrical fittings like switches, plugs, sockets, because this bakelite, it's also a poor conductor of electricity, so it doesn't allow the electricity to pass through it. So whosoever will touch the plug made of bakelite will not get an electric shock because it doesn't allow the electricity to pass through it, and it does not get soft also on heating. Now suppose if the handle of the pressure cooker is made up of bakelite, first of all it is a poor conductor of heat and electricity. Second, on heating the pressure cooker will get heated up, the heat will reach near the handle, but it will not melt, it will not become soft. It is a thermosetting plastic. Thermosetting plastics are those plastics only once they become soft on heating, and when they become soft on heating they can be molded into a desired shape, and after that they are hardened and acquire that shape. But again if they are heated then they do not melt. So that is why bakelite, this thing handles made up of bakelite, they do not become soft on heating because the handles, so the handles are poor conductor, so that is why they are used for making handles. Bakelite is used for making handles. Melamine, see here, melamine is a plastic which can tolerate heat better than any other plastic. Please underline, it is a plastic which can tolerate heat better than other plastic and resists fire. Okay, it also resists fire. So that is why melamine is used for making floor tiles, unbreakable kitchenware like cups and plates of melamine. You must have seen melamine dinner set or melamine tea set. So what happens if a hot tea is poured in those cups? So outside the cups remain cold only. It doesn't get heated up. Okay. Now you know fire resistant. This melamine is a fire resistant plastic. This fireman, the dress of the or the uniform of the fireman, they have a coating of melamine plastic. Okay, because it is fire resistant, so that they do not catch fire. So the uniform of the fireman have a coating of melamine plastic to make them fire resistant. Special plastic cookware made of melamine is used in microwave ovens for cooking food. Now what happens in microwave, you all know, so in microwave also the plastics of this melamine is used. Okay, the cookware made up of melamine. The cookware made up of melamine is used in microwave oven. So what will happen here? Here the food will become hot, but the plastic will not become hot. Why? Because it's a poor conductor of heat. Or it can tolerate, poor conductor also, and it can tolerate heat. So this melamine is also a poor conductor of heat. Okay, so that is why. And another thing is it can tolerate heat also. It will not melt. So in microwave cookware, or the cookware which is used in the microwave, that is made up of melamine, because it will not melt, because it can tolerate heat, and it will not become, the cookware will not become hot, only the food cap inside will become hot. It's written it does not affect the plastic vessel, means the plastic vessel does not become soft because it can tolerate heat better than other plastic. So it will not become soft, plus it's an insulator also, that plastic will not get heated up. Only the food will get heated up. Teflon is a special plastic on which oil and water do not stick. Oil and water do not stick on Teflon plastic because it has a slippery surface. Teflon can withstand high temperature. Now this Teflon is used up for making non-stick cookwares. This you know. So rest different types of plastics we will do in next class. And then uses of plastics. So very little portion is left, so that we will do in next class. Please mark the homework questions here. Question number 11, question number 13, page number 58, question number 20, question number 22, question number 23, page number 57, question number 61, and question number 62. So these are your homework questions, and please write the answer to the point. And students, please submit your assignments during clarification hour only. Okay, 5 minutes before you can submit, but not half an hour or 1 hour before. Okay students, and if you have any doubt, please clarify your doubts also and revise whatever is explained to you. So we have done till here. And in the next class I will tell you what is thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics, and no need to discuss about thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics in detail. You should only know what is a thermoplastics and what is a thermosetting plastics. Okay, and this structure is not there. Please, thermosetting and thermoplastics structure, that is not there. That I will not do, because this is not there till class 10, and after that also I will only here discuss with you the difference between the two plastics. Okay, then useful properties of plastics and plastics and environment. Okay, then we will discuss this. We will do question and answers, and then I will start another chapter. Next chapter I will start. Okay students, so thank you students, have a nice day.